So there are many conclusions of the symposium, but I'd just like to highlight a few of them which are very pertinent. First of all, the importance of decent work as a conceptual framework to analyze and to understand these global supply chains. And also, in that same regard, the importance of looking not only at global supply chains, but also the whole concept of global value chains to understand value created within these chains. So this is one big area of the symposium, conclusion of the symposium. The second one was the importance of respecting international labor standards and respecting rights. Above all else, respecting freedom of association and collective bargaining throughout supply chains. And this was one big conclusion that came out of our symposium. A third area of work was for conclusion was the responsibility of multinational enterprises and of all businesses to respect human rights and to respect international labor standards, and particularly trade union rights throughout the supply chain. So this is another area, and I think it was coupled with also a realization that in the governance of supply chains, we had to give great importance to labor relations. That labor relations have a big role to play and should be probably the key way we can have to govern supply chains, because it means developing cross-border social dialogue. It means developing global framework agreements, not only at company level, but throughout the supply chain of companies, and to work towards industry-wide framework agreements. Another area that came up was on EPZs. That EPZs were essential for the creation of global supply chains and continue to play a key role in global supply chains. One of the speakers, for instance, told us that 50 to 60% of all Chinese exports came from Chinese export processing zones, which shows, one, the importance of these export processing zones for global supply chains. So a whole host of conclusions, and which we will put on our website, which can be consulted, and which we will be reporting upon to the governing body at its next sitting. The next step we're taking after this symposium is to submit the conclusions, the proceedings and the conclusions of this symposium to our colleagues, the Global Task Team, that is preparing the report for the next June session on global supply chains. As you know, we have this general discussion on global supply chains, and it's an ILO task team on it. So the first thing we'll do is share all these proceedings and conclusions to the global supply chain to try and influence the report, so the report reflects fully the preoccupations of workers. Then the next major step is to prepare and to participate in the next International Labour Conference and the general discussion on global supply chains, where we'll hope that all this preparatory work we've done will be brought to bear in the work of this committee during the next conference. And we really hope that through this work we're doing, through also the work we're doing with our constituents in different countries, we would have conclusions on global supply chains which would really help to promote decent work in global supply chains throughout the world.